Hello, my name is Jason Reif from Tufts University. Today, I'll tell you a little bit about georeferenced LiDAR positioning for safety of life platforms that need high integrity. First, let me introduce my co-authors. Samar Kanafse and Boris Pravan of Illinois Tech, as well as Hadi Wasa from the U.S. Department of Transportation's Volpe Research Center. Our goal is to help kick off a new field of LiDAR integrity. By integrity, I mean creating a bound on all but the rarest LiDAR positioning errors. You could imagine that bound is on all but 1 in a million or even 1 in a billion errors. This slide visualizes that worst case bound or alert limit as an ellipse shown in green. If we can defend a rigorous bound like this, we can check if any point on an occupied vehicle is outside its safe operating envelope. But defining that worst case bound, that alert limit for LiDAR is very difficult because LiDAR operates in an unstructured environment and LiDAR units create a vast amount of data. Right? So the main point of this paper is to identify the processes that make it difficult to come up with a LiDAR position bound, call those adversities, and connect those to different types of LiDAR algorithm to consider their effects, at least in qualitative terms. So there's an adversity to effects mapping. As a way of giving you some highlights of some of the adversities that we consider in the paper, here's 3 examples, including surface roughness, which affects LiDAR accuracy, feature extraction, which some algorithms use to match features in a scene to landmarks in a database, and those could be incorrectly associated or even extracted incorrectly, right? And changes to the world that happen from the time when a map is created. Things like trees losing their leaves, emergency perimeters being set up around an accident, or simply objects that move, either dynamically like a flag, or they're moved from time to time, like a garbage bin, right? All these kinds of adversities must be considered in the ways that different kinds of algorithms operate, whether they're algorithms that work with designated targets, structured targets that identify themselves to the LiDAR, or whether they work with features of opportunity, landmarks, like telephone poles or lampposts, or whether they process the entire scene and match them to a high-definition database that really describes the entire environment around a vehicle. Right? All those different types of LiDAR algorithms have to be considered, and the effects on those algorithms also have to be considered when we walk through each of the possible adversities. That's a large space to work through to create a rigorous LiDAR integrity argument. And I hope that you'll join us in the future as we work from this qualitative description of those different adversities into a quantitative description